Jack Watts has just got more class than you see of a bloke who's 6'5". He was just a beauty yesterday, and I think we've got some serious talent. Tommy Mack was great as well, so we've got some real talent coming through. And the thing is, there's probably 2 or 3 or 4 of the blokes who are going to play in our next premiership playing for Casey yesterday, and that gives us a great sense of where we're actually going. We move into Olympic Park at some stage in the next couple of months, which will be which will be a great thing for us. There's goalposts at the Junction Oval this week, which is a great week. Sometimes it's the little things that count. Chris Connolly rang me up and he said, listen, he said, Schwab, he said, just to let you know the cockroaches have died and they've survived nuclear wars. So we're going to have a bit of fun, we're going to have a great time. I love our supporters, and we're, mate, you stick with us, we're going to be fantastic.
Just wandering through the crowd, I've been asked a couple of questions which I can't answer, so I'm going to ask Cameron on your behalf. Well, first question before we get on to Jim, first question is Cole Sylvia. Why didn't he play today, and how close is he?
He probably could have played. The only reason he didn't play is he just hasn't done enough training, so it wasn't any particular issue with the jaw. He had a plate put in it, so it's pretty rigid. It's still, they sort of still broken. That's what happens when you break your jaw and you try and play within 3 or 4 weeks. But he just hadn't done enough training, so it was just a really, Cole Garland was always going to play. It was just a matter of then someone else would have actually missed out, but we expect Cole to be able to play next week. Yeah.
And Jimmy, was he able to come today?
No, he wasn't, but he rang up at 3/4 time saying he was coming in. And, I don't want to have that on my hands, so he's unbelievable. He's obviously had serious surgery in the last week or so. The good news is with that, it was basically dealing with issues which have been there for some period of time. He previously had the radiation therapy for, and so the cancer, the tumours in his brain were ones that they had to remove, but had already been sort of treated. He's getting a few headaches and a little, a bit of blurred vision and these sorts of things. So they dealt with. He had 5 tumours taken out, so it was significant surgery. But I reckon he sort of almost bounced out of the operation table and whipped on the number 11 jumper. And but he's in. But I think then the next 24 hours were pretty tough for him, from what I understand. But he's headed home today, and I reckon if anything else, he would have been that wrapped with the way we went about it. It's been said before, and we always shake our head at just what a remarkable person he is, but every discussion you have with him, he has this amazing openness about what he's going through, and he, like all of us, he probably gets asked that question every moment he's with anyone other than his direct family, and he's always very open with it all, and he's just and each time you talk to him, it's all about, okay, how do we get more members? Tell me how Cole Sylvia is going. Tell me what we're doing about looking after sponsors or relationships or whatever it might be. And we've got a leader in every sense of what leadership's all about, still actively leading our footy club during this really tough phase. So it's a great man.
I know he wanted to get here for the last quarter. Is it feasible he could come here next week?
I'd say so. I don't know. It's up, I think one thing we've got to always, his treatment itself is a